We're going to take a look at CRM today and use it as an example of how difficult trading can be and what trading is all about. It should leave you with a very clear understanding of what you need to be looking for as a trader and help you to overcome some of those obstacles that you have in your trading. So as we look at our S&P AM sheet before the open, this is a sheet that's put together by our newer traders. They come up with ideas for stocks to attack, which stocks to trade. CRM was one of them that consistently came up on our sheet with the different guys. Christian, as you can see right here, lays out the fundamentals, the news for CRM on this trading day. You can see there's three things that are bad about it. One, full year earnings are lower than expected. That's a negative catalyst. Cloud computing revenue is lower than expected. This is a company in a growth field, the area where they're growing the most. Those sales numbers are coming in weaker than expected. That's a second negative catalyst. Okay? And then third, you're starting to see growth overall for the company coming in lighter than expected. So we've got three negative catalysts inside of that news. So I would look at this and say there's a negative catalyst behind CRM. This is something that can trade down. You might be sitting there saying, based on this news, I think CRM is going to go down for the day. And there's that funny anecdote from Paul Tudor Jones who says to people, as an example of how hard trading is, that if we gave people tomorrow's newspaper, many people still wouldn't be able to make money. Well, there's kind of a thought here with the CRM, which is we've got this news, we think it's negative, the stock should go down, and it's not that easy. It's not that easy to actually stay short for two reasons. The first is, you can look at a chart right here and watch the way it trades on the open, is that, well, what does that mean it's going to go down? The first move in CRM was really strong to the upside. So if you just shorted right away into sort of the open on CRM, you would have got blown away. You would have gotten run over, as they say. You know, even if you shorted the first flag, you would have got totally run over in this CRM. So, you know, let's say now that the stock actually pulls in a bunch and starts to hold below VWAP and starts to show some weakness. Well, you know, now it's a good deal away from the top. After it's run up on the open, you might be sitting there saying, well, I can't short it here. It's so far away from the top. It's so far away from the top. And at a certain point, the stock becomes a really good short, but it becomes a really good short after a really tough run up, and it gets weak so fast, there really wasn't a great entry from an intraday perspective to short this for a swing trade. And that's something you're just going to have to come to accept as a trader. It's not good enough for you to have a thesis. You have to take a thesis and find a pattern where you have edge and overlay the two. And if you don't have both of them, you're not going to be a consistent trader. It's not about just saying, I think CRM is going to go up or down for the day. It's about where you're going to get short, what your risk reward is going to be from that point, what that pattern looks like. Do you trade that pattern particularly well, consistently? Is this something for you to risk money on a consistent basis? And you know, and the counter to that is you also don't have to actually be a talking head who predicts that CRM is going to go to a certain price. You can just watch the way it trades and look for areas where the short is a good risk reward and put risk on. And then the third challenge for this stock today was, well, the market rebounded. We had a very weak SPY and IWM. IWM trading much weaker than SPY today, ironically, which is the reverse of the way it's been trading. And then a nice rebound. And as the market has rebounded, CRM, which looked like one of the weakest stocks on the marketplace, and certainly was, and was weaker overall than the market, was independently weaker than the market, then rebounded higher than you would have thought. And so if you had missed all the beginning and then shorted into that rebounding-ish action, you would have got run over as well. So the good news is you don't necessarily have to predict as much as you thought, and you can develop thesis to help you, but you got to overlay that with patterns that make sense to you. Cool. great opportunity here in the CRM for intraday traders. A wonderful example of how trading can be a little bit tough and exactly why. So think about that for their trading, trade patterns, overlay your theses, worry about your risk reward, stick and move, trade and get on to the next idea. I hope that helps. Have a great long weekend. Have a great Labor Day. We'll see you next week.
Hey guys, it's Merritt here with SMB. One thing we've done is listen to you and what you need. And what we've heard is that you need some help putting it all together. Trading is tough. There's a lot of moving parts. And while general courses and books, they can be very great and you can get nuggets here and there and really learn a lot, nothing replaces customized mentoring with specific feedback tailored to exactly what you're doing. And I mean, look, I've been there. I've been the retail trader at home, spinning my wheels, trying to figure it out. I had a lot of weaknesses I had to work through. And that's one of the things, if you work with me, I teach from those weaknesses, right? I've been there, I've overcome a lot of things, and I can recognize that in you and help out. And here's the general format of what I do. First thing we want to do is really get to know you. We want to work together and draft a rock solid trading plan. And what does that mean exactly? Well, we want to help you build your playbook, right? What setups you're executing and how good of a job you've done in building that playbook. Find holes in your trading plan. For example, one thing I see a lot with people is they say, well, this was an uptrend, but okay, how do you define that uptrend exactly, right? So I will help you quantify that and really plug holes in that trading plan. Another thing you'll have is a professional looking over your shoulder. Not just this idea of getting better as a trader. I see too many people that just try and sit down and trade and think that they're gonna keep trading and eventually it's just gonna click. Work with a professional, set very specific goals, right? I'm gonna help you take a look at exactly where you are now by getting to know you, find out where you wanna be, and then come up with specific steps that we can achieve working together to get you there. And real feedback on real trade decisions that you make throughout the day, throughout the week. I'll be able to comment on those trades and offer some insight. I could talk about all kinds of benefits for the next hour if you want. Your mindset, technical analysis, risk management, getting bigger, order flow, volume profiling tools that I use, market profile, framing a higher time frame context, preparation, review, the list goes on and on and on. But this is the structure we create here at SMB on our desk here in New York to take struggling traders to consistently profitable ones. Now you can have access to the same resources that we use here.